Hello everyone. We are going to look at the HANA text analysis patent search application demonstration today. So before we start, this is a small dashboard. On left hand side, we see the total number of documents that were given to the system and what were primary filtered. So for primary filtered are done based on three kinds of inputs. One is the key assignee. Assignee is the tag in the patent document for which the current customer would be interested. Classification, there are some classification relevant to our business and we would want to primarily filter them out. For example, it could be manufacturing, fertilizers, chemicals, automobile, etc. And then key topics is the main topics being discussed in that patent. For example, layered film or plastic film. So based on these three input rules and dictionaries, the primary filtered documents would come up. So there were total 24 documents, out of which primary filtered documents are 10. All right. So now what we also see over here is from the primary filter document, we can actually switch on and off the document set. So I could say, just give me documents which are from my set of key assignees. Um, so we go ahead and see the further use cases of searching in these documents. So for example, let me search with a classification. A classification for people who would know the document structure of a patent. There are IPC, CPC classifications based on the genre of the patent, and that is a useful information to search at. So for example, I'm searching for this particular classification um, value. And now what is happening in the background is that all the documents with this classification alone, which means that in the chapter under IPC CPC classification, if this value occurs or its family set occurs. So for example, let's see this document. This document actually, if you see the word cloud, a small word cloud, it has actually a B65B5900, and this document has B65B slash 300. So it does not have B65B100 in it, but it has its family. And so the synonym based extraction happens. Further, the application also could be enhanced to do a minus. So I could say, um get me all the documents of this, but as of now, I'm not interested in, say, for example, B65B hyphen 300. I think it was this particular document had 300. Yeah. Now let's try that. Now, if you see, um, okay, I'm sorry, there was a typo mistake here. B65B minus, and if you see the minus document goes away. So from the HANA application, there is a strong synonym and rule based search, but from a user experience, we could enhance and build on top of this application, saying that, okay, there is a huge list that comes out from this particular search, but I could even minus it. So yeah, that's more from a full set classification search. Let's look at some more examples that we have. So, for example, we could have things where uh, a topic which starts with the word polymer or its variant, plastic, polyfill, polyethylene, followed by film, foil, laminate, or tube sleeve, etc., uh, means the same thing, right? So let's search for example, polymer, film. What we see is this fuzziness has come in, which means actually the fact extraction from HANA TA did not come into action. So we feed this into the fuzzy logic, and fuzzy would more or less be sounds like logic, and all the documents would come in. So let's get back to the rule again. What it tries to say is uh, we should have, say polyfill and say laminate or something like that, or polyfill film. Yeah, you see these two documents do come up. And if we get inside the document, what we will actually see from the extracted entities is that I had searched for polyfill films, but the document with plastic bags came up because that's how my rule is defined. That's the representation, linguistic representation of polyfill film as well. So that's one use case. It becomes so I could also do laminate, and let's see what results I get. Again, I get the same two result sets, and see here it's plastic bags. Here it talks about plastic film, and still it all belongs to the family or rule that I have defined for linguistic extraction of polyfill laminate. So all of those key topic documents also would come up. Let's try some other examples. So for example, let's search for um, a company Crohn's Group. And if you see what happens is that it's not only Crohn's Group, but Crohn's AG is also something that comes up because it understands that the Crohn's Group could be organizationally named as Crohn's AG or Crohn's Private Limited, etc. So that way the key topic search also happens. And as we see, this relevance indicator goes up or down based on whether the text analysis rules came into action or not. For example, if I search for uh, you see that I have searched for TIMS, um, uh, which was a typo. And here what we see is we get things uh, within the document which would have things which sounded like what I was trying to search, right? So for example, let's I will say grief instead of green, and still the green comes up, right? So it sounds like, and the relevance indicator goes down. Um, Furthermore, for the patent document, we could also, from a UX perspective now, from a user experience perspective, um, select the chapters which I want to include in that search or not. So I could, even though rules are defined strong, but I want to search for um, polyfill films only in the title and nothing else, right? So that all kind of extensions can be brought in. Yeah, so that's pretty much about it from our demo in terms of text analysis, natural language processing strengths for document searching, classification, and filtering. Thank you.